I need to be able to operate within that structure, because for me, what that does is it helps me keep the most important things the most important. Like if we have our family goals up and they're on the fridge and we're working towards them together, then as all the other things get thrown on my plate every single week, I know what to keep sacred. When I don't have it, I just fill the time.
Hello, everyone. We are Greg and Jacquie Francis, and welcome to High Performance Parenting, where our passionate goal is to encourage you to raise champion children in a crazy world. Every week, we will bring you multiple episodes from our extensive experience of raising our six happy, healthy, successful, godly kids who are confidently equipped to win big in life.
We deeply believe that any parent who is provided with the right knowledge and continual support can raise amazing kids. And when they do, all of our futures get better. If raising up future generations of absolute champions matters to you as much as it does to us, here's how you can contribute. Like and share this podcast with everyone you know. And together, let's embrace this journey of raising champion kids in a crazy world. Okay, we're back. Man, this is such a good topic. The question was, what compliment would you like to have received this past year? And as you were just mentioning, Hun, that we put this into practice in our household every day. You know, we have, within our family at least, we have everybody that prays. We rotate, and then they get to say what they love about, whoever's praying that night. And it's great because it not only, I think, fills us with appreciation, but it also teaches us how to compliment others. And, like you mentioned, Hunter, like she's learning right now how to use her mind to be creative and how to compliment, and it forces you throughout the day then to kind of pay attention to things you can compliment somebody on. It's just really, really, really great. And so, for me, this year has been a year of actually really being filled up in this area. One of the practices we do in our apprenticeship program right now, and we just did it last night, is we'll rotate. So there's 12 of us in there, and so let's say you take, the first person and the second person, and you literally turn on a timer, and you have 2 minutes where you get to just tell the other person of what you see value in them, and maybe how you've seen them improve or grow throughout, because we're finishing up our year right now. And you just get to look them right in the eyes and just literally you have 2 minutes, and you get to just say all the great things that you can about them. And then they rotate and they say it back to you. And they encourage us to record it when someone's talking to us, because, a lot of times it's like some of the most sincere, endearing compliments I've ever received in my life. And so last night this happened. And again, it's like it goes back to that giving and receiving thing. It was so easy for me to talk for 2 minutes about any of these people, because I've just watched them work their butts off and grow and change. And, it's just been so inspiring, and for each of them in different ways. But then when you have to turn it around and you have to sit there and look at them, let them just talk to you for a minute, it's like, I feel myself resisting it like crazy. However, even within the moment resisting it, I can't tell you how many times I want to go back and re-listen to them, because it just means so much when people tell you, things that how they just appreciate your leadership, or how they, really respect your humility, and things like that, things that really matter to me. I had one person actually, it was our one friend, and she said that, she has a dad and a big brother, and the relationship isn't super strong. She said, but I'll tell you, I have been she said she's been nervous about having any kind of like a close level relationship with any other guy other than her husband, of course, because she just didn't know how it worked, and just like a little fear of that. She said, but I feel like by watching you and getting around you as a husband with your wife, and around you as a dad, and even around you as a business leader, she said, I feel like I have this whole new image now of what a godly man can be, that I could be a friend with, and that I could almost look up to, almost like a big brother. And I'll tell you, it really impacted me. I was like, wow, it's pretty awesome. And so it's really cool.
Yeah, especially when it was unexpected. You didn't know what was going to come out.
No.
And honestly, you only known her for like 6 months.
Yep.
And so for somebody to see you at such a high regard is just, what an honor. And I know it impacted you, because last night you came home, and you came home kind of late, but her comment specifically is what you told me about last night. You didn't get a chance to go over everybody's with me yet, but like her specifically stood out to you. And what an honor.
Yeah, it meant a lot to me because, with my background growing up and being, one of four kids and always feeling this tremendous void that there wasn't closeness between my siblings. I mean, it was always such a big pain point, and I just feel like God's redeeming it all. I have all these different people that are showing up in my life that are kind of like surrogate brothers and sisters and even parents to a certain extent. And it's like, wow, I mean, you can just, I don't know, when it's there, you can just see God's hand all over it. And I recognize it for what it is. He's just kind of getting a blessing to us through other great people that he's always wanted to give to us, so it's really cool.
It's really neat when it comes to unexpectedly. Those I feel like are those special, kisses from God that, you love to hear. It's so interesting you bring that up. We had the opportunity to have some people over last week and have a little get together at our house and all that stuff. And they brought their kiddos here. And there's just this phenomenal couple who are just doing a fabulous job raising their three littles. I think I probably talked about them before, but this fabulous couple, Tyler and Spencer, have these sweet, sweet, sweet kiddos that were over that day, along with many other kids that were over. But their oldest, who's like 6 years old, is just sweet as can be, came up to me and he said, "Auntie, can I have this to eat?" And at first I didn't know how to take it because I was like, "Oh, did he just call me?"
It's so cute, Auntie.
It was so cute. And I was kind of like taken back. Like I literally was blown away because nobody calls me aunt in our family. It just is what it is. And, but with that being said, I was like, if your mom and dad say you can, that's fine. Go ask mom and dad or whatever. And I didn't think, I just kind of took it. I kind of covered it and thought it was beautiful, but I didn't know he meant to say it, you know, so I just kind of moved on. Well, literally 2 days later, we saw him at church and he called me auntie again. And I just brought tears to my eyes because it was almost like a compliment of endearment in my heart, right? But I didn't know again. So I'm kind of like, so I contacted his mom and just was talking to her about life. And I was just saying, and by the way, your sweet little man said that to me. I don't know if that's normal or what, but I just got to tell you from my perspective, I mean, it brought me to tears. I was so blown away by it, and she just so sweetly said, yes, he did mean it. I heard him say that to you. When there's somebody of endearment that they love, my kids will call him auntie. Otherwise, they call him Miss So-and-so or Mr. So-and-so or whatever. And I was like, I mean, I wanted to put it in a little box and keep it forever in the way he said it with his sweet little voice. Yeah, I'm saying But again, those moments where it's like, I didn't even know I needed that compliment almost that I could be one. You know what I mean? And it was like, just like you were saying, like a sister or brother type figure in your life, you didn't even know you wanted that until there was a healthy opportunity for it. And it was just neat. So it's like some of those little compliments like that, where it's not specifically saying you're amazing, but in somebody's own version, they're saying, I reverence you to this level and I respect you and love you to that level. So that's a compliment in itself.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's so interesting because we're so around like business all the time. And,
yes,
we coach business people and we get in business masterminds and there's so much of a focus around how successful are you in business.
Right.
That, I mean, starting the apprenticeship program that I've been in for the past 5 months, literally I would say if you were to ask me at the beginning, what's your number one goal? I would have probably said, I want to grow as a business person. Like I want to network with other great people. I want to be able to, create relationships so, we can benefit each other in business, et cetera. And then you get to the end of it and you're like, wow, like the thing that I've really enjoyed the most, that I needed the most, was like the deep relationships with these people. It's my favorite nights have been the times when, like last night when we're able to like kind of get a little more vulnerable and, look each other in the eyes. And it's so not done in the business world. Like the business world is so hold your cards close to your chest. Don't let anybody fake it till you make it. Be the most powerful person in every single room. Be the negotiator, boss person, all this stuff, right? And then, but really, we're just people. when it comes down to it, and we have hearts and we have emotions, and we need to be encouraged, and we need to be able to help others. Like, I mean, it was equally as great hearing some compliments last night as it was being able to give them with all sincerity to some people in that room that I could see that it made a difference for them too. And so anyways, it's just really cool. All right. Last question on completing this year. I've skipped about half of them, but because we could do this all day.
We literally could do it all day long.
But is there anything else you need to do or say to complete this year? This is a great question because this speaks right to, okay, let's get this done for the year's over. Got anything that comes to your mind?
I mean, I think some of the things that I want to complete before the end of the year is, I feel like a little organization in me coming out. I really want to organize some stuff. That's my natural tendency. I feel like when I'm organized, then I can roll and do anything. So I think just even last night, we were kind of talking through some ways to organize our house a little bit better and organize our life and, move forward with some of those things. And therefore it feels a little more like I don't have to, my creativity can go to another level if organization is in a spot. So I'm excited about doing that by the end of the year. Also, I'm excited about just finishing the year strong, not saying, well, you know what, there's about 4 weeks left of the year, five weeks, something like that left of the year. That can wait till the first of next year. No, with every business endeavor, how do we finish strong and get one more major meeting done to move us forward? You know what I mean? How can we finish strong? What is one more thing that we can finish up, to serve this year? Somebody, go somewhere, do something, serve somewhere. What's one more thing, just one more thing in all aspects of my life that matters most to me? What's one more way I can move it forward? So come January, I'm kind of ahead of the game instead of behind the game. And I have found for myself, the more I prep again, just like everything, then next year is so much more exciting. And that's probably one area of my life that I probably need to get my list out and start really figuring out what the last 5 weeks are going to look like before I go into the next year.
That's good. I'd say for me, probably there's two things. One is that I feel like we haven't done an official night of goal setting for next year with our kids. I've been having conversations. We've been dabbling with conversations, but usually we take like an evening and we get some food. We sit down, we get a whiteboard out. We really start hashing out like the 5 areas that matter the most to us as a family that we're going to, use our guardrails. And then we start listing out, okay, like of these 5 areas, how do we actually, by the end of next year, how can we measure that we did these actions that we can control in order to move us closer to those goals, right? We did it last year, and we've done really well with it because we stay focused on it, but we haven't done it this year yet. And so we need to do that. And we probably can do that over the next 2 weeks, I think. We'll put that in the calendar.
I don't know why not.
And that'll be really good for me because I don't like not having that structure. Like I need to be able to operate within that structure because for me, what that does is it helps me keep the most important things the most important. Like if we have our family goals up and they're on the fridge and we're working towards them together, then as all the other things get thrown on my plate every single week, I know what to keep sacred. When I don't have it, I just fill the time, And so that's one thing. The other thing is probably putting the effort in to update and restructure all of the needed documents and paperwork and detail stuff we need between structuring of our companies, address changes, tax codes, wills, trust being updated with new addresses, all that kind of stuff. That's just one of those things that, is a perfect example of why this exercise matters, because that is for sure one of those things that's bouncing in the back of my head and is lingering over me. And I don't really want to do it, but the longer I don't do it, the more it kind of builds anxiety and then squashes creativity. Right. So it's just like one of those things. It's like, just suck it up, buttercup, and get this thing done, because then you're going to feel so much freer. It used to be in the past, this time of year, one of my big stressors was always like, I got to catch up on my QuickBooks and complete taxes. Right. I remember that in the past. And I'd push it off because I knew it meant I had to go bury myself in my basement for like 2 hours or for 2 days and just grind and do this stuff because probably I procrastinated. I always had a goal of like I'd keep up with it monthly, but then you don't.
Yeah.
And then eventually I got smart enough just to hire a bookkeeper and have tax people now. And, you have to kind of get yourself to that point. But I remember it used to really be such a stress.
It was a pain point for you.
Oh, it used to make the end of the year unenjoyable when you would procrastinate about this stuff. And, for anybody listening, do you have any of those things right now that you're pushing off that if you could have them done, say, within the next 7 days, how much more enjoyable would the next month be for you? I think we all have those things, but we just got to face into them. We just got to go for it. We just got to get them done, get them over with. It's just part of being a successful person. It isn't that you only do things that you like. You got to do the things that need to get done. And that's why a lot of people aren't successful, because they avoid the things that need to get done and they only do the things they like. And it's that whole concept of, well, as long as I'm doing things that I enjoy, I'll never work a day in my life. I'm like, well, God bless you. I think that's great. That's fantastic. You can do it 24/7. I know in order to do all the things that I enjoy in life, I got to do all the things I don't like doing in order to be able to enjoy the things I do like doing. You know what I mean? And so anyways, it's a good topic. Maybe next time we'll go through looking forward towards next year. What do you think?
Definitely. Let's start talking about the future. That's the fun thing, right? Once you get done what you need to for this year, now you get to focus on what's coming up next.
Are you going to wear your robe?
You're probably going to. I'll probably come in and you'll have it on.
You want to see me in a tight-fitting robe, huh?
And then I'm going to take a video, and then I'm going to post it.
Okay. Yeah. I think that might hurt our viewership.
Well, I think we do a few things that hurt our viewership, but that's okay. We say a few things.
But at least for us, right?
Hey, take it or leave it, right?
Okay. Well, I don't know when you're going to hear this, but if you were listening to it right now, I'd say Happy Thanksgiving, because it's coming up here. And holidays are a tremendously great time. Sometimes it's a little bit of a challenging time for some. But anyways, we are thankful for all the people that are on this journey with us and trying to raise champion kids in a crazy world. Hey everyone, thanks for listening and thanks for your love and support. We hope that today's episode added tremendous value to you and your family. It would mean so much to us if you would partner with us on our mission of helping parents around the globe raise champion children in this crazy world.
To do so, simply take a moment to like and share this podcast with everyone in your network. And we have great news. You get more of us. You can expect new episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. So be sure to consistently tune in with us and enjoy our show. See you next time.